Sziasztok, üdvözlök szépen mindenkit! Itt is vagyok a folytatással, ami nem más, mint a második DLC, a Blood of Wine. Blood and Wine. Vér és bor. Hát a címe alapján, és mivel hogy a bestiáromi dolgokat végignéztem, azt tudom mondani, hogy átkozott vámpírokkal lesz bajom. Nagy nehezen megcsináltam azt az átkozott pénzgyűjtést. Hát mondhatni talán, hogy jó volt. Most pedig ugyebár tartunk a kezdeti ponthoz, ahol minden elkezdődik. Az újabb borzalom.
We've not got no need for your help.
Have no fear, good man. Our labors shall be done quickly. The prowlers to be banished for good.
Milton, look!
Get out!
In the flesh.
Hail, Witcher! Let us go inside and greet you as befits an old friend.
And you, fear not. We shall put an end to the rule of outlaws, soon.
Kik ezek?
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Pomeran? I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac-Peyran and Pomeran de Lawnful. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our, surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. The tyranny of bandits the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
No point fighting bandits. Kill these and others just as bad or possibly worse will come in to fill the void.
To cast a blind eye upon the evil, there is no honor in it.
Can't stay here to protect these folk from the dangers that come their way daily. Saw what I saw. Heard them urge you to leave these raiders alone. Must have good reason to do that.
Do you suggest that should we help, we assume responsibility for their fate, for their lives? This burden we cannot agree to bear.
Geralt speaks wisely. We know neither this land, nor its peoples, nor its customs. And we have come with another duty altogether.
How I long to return to Toussaint, where all is simpler.
Soon, my friend, soon. First, let us convey our missive to Geralt in the manner tradition ordains.
Peasants will be fine, Pomeran. Been dealing with bandits for generations.
Your words do little to assuage my sense of morality bruised.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
Is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call?
Anna Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
In point of fact, she said, bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone. The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify with Her Illustrious Highness.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses. The bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind
Volt ott valami pó, meg valami
cannot be tracked.
sárkányné,
Folks say
meg
it wields black magic.
ja, harmadik, valami lábnyomnak nézem. Nem lábnyom, az valami nagy valami.
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard desperate cries from the street below, where a corpse had just been found.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got him out, dragged him to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect. But of this beast, nothing is known, save that it cannot be traced, kills effortlessly, and with no rhyme or reason we can discern.
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
An experienced tracker, this is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident.
Háború.
Toussaint's a long way off. Gotta think if I really want to make the trek.
A minor inconvenience. We had hoped you would agree.
Geralt, we've no cause to return without you. Should we do so, Her Grace will greet us with gallows. Do you wish to burden your soul with the deaths of 2 old friends? Return to us soon, and accept.
We will await you here. As Milton says, we've no choice.
Ez a elfkard jó lenne. Blanchie. Az a baj, hogy ezüst kardból nincsen nagy szintű nálam.
This be the witchman, freak of nature.
Csak meg akarok valamit nézni, hogy tud-e jobb fejvet csinálni esetleg a haver.
I serve the eternal fire.
A killer prowls the city, but you're not scared, are you? Do you see what I do?
Long as the black ones are chasing guerrillas around the Kedweni woods, the eternal fire will light our way.
Eternal fire, why me?
Like stealing our work off this cracking spawn.
The thinking.
You'll choke to death on...
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
Listen, would you craft something for me?
Jó, drága. Nézzük a boltját. Ugye itt van ez a 40-es szintű Mahakami. Jó, drága banya.
So long.
Hát,
It's a rank.
jó lenne valami erősebb ezüstkard, ez a helyzet.
The eternal fire will
Szörnyek miatt, ugye, amit le kell gyilkolnom.
just you wait. The witch hunters.
Páncél jelenleg ugye ez a legerősebb.
To you.
It won't be as cocky once the Baron's... Wet your arse.
Still waiting?
As I told you, we cannot return empty-handed. It is simply out of the question.
Have you reconsidered? Will you take the offer?
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ah, then post haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint! To Szint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
You will find Beauclair has changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
Hely, mi volt ez a hang? Ó, azt az eget, mi a frász az? Banyek.
For my lady! Watch out! I killed a monster! All for one and for all!
Hely, mert engem szemeltel ki már megint. Ezt úgy unom ilyenkor. Azt az eget. Ti nem szeretnétek megütni azt a szemétládát? Na végre. Álljál már bele. A Góliát. Nemzeti bank.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again.
The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the Tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
Előj a bicskát. Nézzük. Volt valami kardocska nála. 38-as ezüstkard nálam, mi van? 30. Ja nem ez, 39-es. Jó van, akkor van nálam egy jó kard. Wow! Műfog. Új dolgok jelentek meg. GDP. El van tolva, szóval.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmanin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
Run, Roach. Slower. Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
They say her grace has called in someone to tend to the beast. A killer from the northwest.
Oh, great! To the knights!
Kalauz!
Ducal clerks looking for help. Could be good coin to be made.
Az biztos.
Powers. That calls for a witcher. Mage.
Unky says if I'm bad,
Be gone from my sight.
give me to the witch.
Come on.
Azt átment a másik lovason. Úristen.
Go, go.
No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything.
Menj már ki a fülemből! Látom, hogy ott vannak folytól idejegyszek. Tuszánai. Hallgatom. Hoppá, küldetést találtunk. Én úgy emlékszem, hogy 2 ládát láttam, akkor csak a válaszom volt a másik. Mihez küldetésünk. Valaki elhagyta a kendőjét. A kendőjét. Hogy ez azokkal az átkozott figurákkal mi a helyzet, még mindig nem bánom. Na szóval.
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went.
Miért pont a fajtól idejátszák fel mennek már megint a...
Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Got guests. Careful. Come on, come closer. Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking. Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Mi a...
Footprints. See them? And a rut made by the hull of a boat. Left recently, I'd say. Guardsmen snipped these nets to untangle the body, which must have been quartered or chopped up somehow, given how much blood there is. Body parts were put on a boat, taken somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Ja, most is minket bámulnak. Hello!
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the
Nem
children of
az.
children they do not have yet.
Volt egy
Of the
gyanús
day the
egyén.
quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Tucson.
A knight in the service of her illustrious highness knows no rest.
Finom a fő keszekosz. Kaptatná magát a Manusz.
In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
Ja, hogy nem lóval megyünk, gyalog.
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Ah. Better to push quilts and drag clothes.
Hova lehetett a csokiás ember?
Killer from the north, they say. What? With no lights brave enough? Of course we have. But bravery's not
Fogadni mernék, hogy egy varázs ló volt.
dark powers.
Mások nem hordanak annyira csokiát.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pâté?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyren. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyren in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac Peyren.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright, I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What? Why, Corvo?
Egy hölgyemény a hallgatózónk.
When he learns they've turned
Na,
the cellar
akkor...
into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were
Aha,
gallivanting,
észrevette Geralt, hogy
his
figyel.
vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Ninnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Roselle's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Russell now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have to find that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the Palace Gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
They say a great deal about you.
A hölgyemény is erre ment, ha jól láttam.
Hey-ya!
Giddy up.
Remélem itt nem kérnek semmi menlevelet, mert akkor meg gajdolok.
Hey there.
Hát az mi az Isten? Az most valami... Anyja. Lement a föld alá. Az valami növény. Áú! Banyeg. Na jó. Burn. Egy jobb mutagéneket ad. De király. Na, új lény került a listámba.
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry. Damn it. Must still be here.
Elég gyorsan lemészárolta őket.
Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs. Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit.
A pincébe van.
By a vampire. Not an Ekimara, though. Or a Fletter. Bruxa. Gotta be. In the cellar. Gotta be. Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart. River muck carried the body in his cart. Claw wounds from 5 separate claws, spread of a small human hand. Footprints. Small bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck. Used this to batter down the grate. Took a lot of strength to batter this down.
Ezzel küzdöttem ott a víznél. Gólia. Ez a póknyava. Festmény ledélce. Etéri. De ismerős egy másik játékból. Fekete vér, vámpirolaj, portpor.
blood and moon dust. Could be lifesavers. You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
Mi van?
I cannot let you leave.
Ha mindig el fogsz teleportálni, Banya?
These men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though?
Elnézést. Nem ezt. A gyűrű kellett neki, ha jól láttam.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though.
Megmozog
Their
is.
limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something. So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Ez itt el van tolva szólva. De remélem be lehet jutni valahogy. Nézzük. Nem. Azon én átváltottam másikra. Hát nem hiszem el, hogy nem bír átváltani. Pedig be akarok oda menni. Máshonnan nem lehet az a baj. Itt van valami jó cuccot.
Giddy up.
Ez is jó nagy mekka.
Faster.
slower. Come on.
We shall long this.
Ah, a professional. I like to trade with your kind. You actually appreciate quality workmanship.
What have you got there?
Azt az eget milyen fegyverek vannak itt. Ez is kardja nincs is, csak acél. Nem, hogy miért vannak ilyen másodlagos fegyverek.
So long.
In the heft of man and the mighty cry, I won't steal. Ah, a professional.
What have you got there? So long.
In the heft of man and the mighty.
I need a fresh set of shoes for my mouth. Trumpet.
Armor chromed and greft.
Let's see what you got in stock.
Van egy ára. Jó kis lócuccok is vannak.
So long.
Armor!
Let's see what you... So long. Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Pomerine, what about the story of Riddick and the dragon?
Riddick.
Tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, we can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents.
Kasányé.
Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As we'll soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shalmar? With only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw a spectacle of the sort of the arena in Normál. There, a knight defeated a Shalmar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shalmar might have been lame. Who knows? Only a witcher has a real chance against a healthy Shalmar. And that's not even every witcher. Besides which, releasing a monster that dangerous in front of a crowd? Plain irresponsible. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's capture a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
És nagy baromságokat.
Let's go.
Fogadjunk, hogy el fog szabadulni az ödög.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
Hoppá! Sejtettem, hogy valami királyi származék.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
És gondok akadnak. Igen, sejtettem.
We have to help him. Gotta keep it down.
Alas, for nothing! Its power sword and dropped you to earth. And down came the Witcher in one mighty bound to give fight to the beast. Its plans confound. Wait by the gods. Soon the Witcher shall triumph against all odds. The time was true. The worlds danced and spun. Struck the monster right through.
Tudtam, hogy el fogsz már találni. Mi a fasz? Most mit csinál? Ajaj! Földrengés generátor. Meg kőzápor. Hey! Ez a bajom, hogy...
So the Witcher ruled the Selma, then its foul heart hurt.
Állunk. Hey, haver, menj már, odébb.
Gods die free faint. The strikes belly. Selma's cries ring aloud. That transforms into jelly.
Damn it.
Most komoly? Menj már!
Witcher, fight bravely unto death!
Idióta! Na végre! Majd az a idióta is meghalt, ahelyett, hogy elmenekült volna onnan.
The Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Jó, csak meghalt egy idióta ott lent, aki nem tud elfutni.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
Forgive me. I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help.
Életben maradt, csoda.
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
Te is.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Na, a királynő.
We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean,
Dandelion.
no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck.
Ez egy üzenet
He
volt.
had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges. enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor and compassion.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses! Your Grace!
Hűha! Gerard, ez nem volt szép.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward! Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me! Faster, get out!
Your Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
It's hard! Clear the path! Clear the way, I said!
To be honest,
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option. But time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish. While I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around, over there, look.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Belehalnék. Merre menjünk? Itt. De miért ilyen borzasztó labirintust csináltak?
Your Grace.
This is no true unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Come on, stay calm. Shh, calm down. Easy now.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Flagrant cheating is what it is!
sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper sportsmanship.
Listen, I didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square.
We were unlucky, that's all. We must try to grab the next clue.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Unworthy. Entirely inappropriate behavior. A complete collapse of social norms.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Do you think I don't know? What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure. Is that not counter to the rules?
Megvan. Mivel aranyból van, elég nehéznek kéne lennie. Ja, kellene levegő. Ja, bánatba.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
Under Duke Raymond's rule, such troubles were simply...
You are the famed Geralt
It's
of
positively
Rivia, are you
useless. She can't possibly see.
Women love tears.
But your grace...
No, bye.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
Mi föllegesen kezdeném? Nem függőlegesen? Mi kiüresült legott, s lett, mint az egér élte, mi sajgott. Mi? Ballon biztos, hogy nem lehet. Kemencéjé. Nem. Nem.
Is it about someplace really cramped, uncomfortable?
Because it mentions crones and a mouse? No, false hints, I think. Meant to lead us astray. Look, if we take crone, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse.
Akkor az üvegház.
Starting with what heads heart cheese.
Na jó van.
Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks. And the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
Már itt van, meghalt.
What the butch?
What was that?
A franc ez. Vagy ha úszni fogsz. Van rajta egy maszk. Valami fehér maszk volt rajta. De itt nincs senki, úgyhogy nem tud elrejtőzni. De most megint a közelem.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you, should you not stand down.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
Ah, because of vampire.
Kill again.
Ne teleportálgassatok már, banyek. Várjátok. Hol van? Ó, már majdnem 41-es szintű vagyok. Ezt az egyet. Aztán tud védekezni a kis szár. 50-es, 41-es szint, na. Ó, 1000 pont.
You want to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Mi a frász folyik itt?
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened, it was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him. Immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Vámpírháború.
Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Már előre ki volt fizetve, de...
Dearest.
I suspect weighty affairs, rather than merely the wine festival, have
Ilyen
drawn
affair.
you to Toussaint. Perhaps you'll find time to probe a certain matter in spite of this. I recently came across the mention of one Professor Moreau, a scholar in Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations.
Ez még hasznomra
Though
válhat,
the
Jani.
details are rather murky, as is the location of the scholar's laboratory, his journal could contain more information. It lies buried with him in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the book I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. I felt this matter could prove of some importance to you, thus I dispatched this letter without delay. Whatever you decide, please take exceedingly good care of yourself. Your Yen.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Azt tudom, hogy ez milyen jel? Az ablakon akart... Várj. Hercegi kamarás. What? Huh.
$143 carry the two. Greetings, brave hero. I am Raphael de Serman, and I am the Ducal Camarlengo.
I'm Geralt. So what is it you do here?
I pay the knights errant.
For what?
Our knights wander the roads, protecting Toussaint from bandits and monsters. It is fitting and just that they be recompensed appropriately for these toils. Note, sir, that should you successfully smash a hands, save a brother knight from peril, or extract a captured merchant from the hands of cutthroats, come see me. You shall be rewarded.
Wouldn't mind a glance at your books. Ones you're willing to sell, that is. Well, see you later.
Go in peace for a night. Fiddlestick. Greetings, knight.
Wouldn't mind a glance. Well, see you later.
Go in peace for a night.
Cottle sucks into blood to piss. I paid too much out.
Mivel hogy az ott van, gondolom ott lesz a Kovácsos. Mindetos.
Such are the times, my good fellow.
Vie. Might be worth looking into.
Witcher? Was that truly necessary? And our knights, what are they? Chopped liver?
Someone needs an escort. Not something I do often, but might be worth investigating.
Rizsvág, nem a pád. Ott is van valami küldje.
Nothing special.
Túl oldalra kell bemenni akkor.
Oh!
Vagy...
My prices are the best this side of the Yaruga.
I doubt her man will ever be sober.
Long live Duchessa Anna Henrietta.
Ma földszinten kéne lenni a Magosnak. Simán ellopnak valamit.
The best steel in all of Tucson. Take a gander.
Show me what you have. Farewell.
No, see you later.
Szóval itt a mesterember, akivel tudok megfelelő kódokat készíteni. Most itt a páncélos.
The best armor around! That is what I forge! So sorry.
What have you got there?
Van ismerős páncélok. Ez 40-es szintű. Garda kapitán.
So long.
Szóval ide kell jönni mindig majd, hogyha fegyvert vagy páncélt akarok gyártani.
The serendipity. I'm so glad you're back. Master Witcher, what luck to happen upon you.
Got work for me? New contract?
Of the contract in question, you acquitted yourself beautifully years past, on your last sojourn in Beauclair. I was in a bit of a bind at the time, do you remember? Yet I swore a solemn vow to pay you in full one day.
Guess it rings a bell.
Sadly, you went on your way before I could settle matters with you. So, I took your coin and placed it in an account for safekeeping.
Ó, remélem kamatozott egy jó
What
ideje.
kind of account?
A savings account at Cianfanelli Bank. You need but walk in and withdraw. The sum must be rather substantial by now.
Thanks.
Money. Közpajtás, ez jó hír.
Gotta stop by that bank.
Előbb jöttem el a bank mellett, úgyhogy... Vagy...
All is in order.
Hú, anyám, ez a zene.
I imagine you've been all over the world, Sir Richard.
Need to come back during the day.
Nem mappa van.
Help you? Collins. Always.
Right.
Welcome to Cianfanelli Bank, where we look after your coin as if it were our own, and the customer's always right. How might I be of service?
Mindjárt, hogy nem lesz igazam.
I'd like to change some coin.
By all means.
Got an account here. Like to make a withdrawal.
Naturally. Your name?
Geralt of Rivia.
Wait a moment, please, while I find the relevant record.
Biztos lesz valami gond. Fogadjunk, hogy az nem egy macska.
I'm afraid I can't help you. Extraordinary circumstances, you see. There's a note in the records. The account holder is dead.
Me?
That's inaccurate, as you can see.
It's some kind of mistake. The note is clearly an error. To reactivate the account, you'll need permit A38. For more information, please go to window number 1.
Hány évig kell rávárnom, haver? Hölgyem.
Where's window number 1?
Permit A38. Good luck with that.
Welcome to Chanfanelli Bank, where we look after your coin as if it were our own, etc., etc. How can I help you, sir?
I'd like to reactivate my account, so I need a copy of permit A38.
Wrong window, I fear.
What do you mean, wrong window? I was told I'd get permit A38 here.
Please remain calm, sir, or you'll rupture a vein.
So just tell me where I get this stupid document.
Perhaps upstairs, in records, or downstairs in the archive? You must ask them, sir.
És a valóságban is így van.
Always. What can I do for you?
Hol lett a macska? Pont másik irányba van.
Our bank is the pride of all Beauclair.
All in order?
What is it? Folk are hard at work here.
I need permit A38. Any chance you could issue me a copy?
Fiddlesticks, I've just run out.
Wait, really?
Of course not. In truth, I've never had anything of the sort. This is the archive.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Yes, it's what they always say. And once you're upstairs, do tell them not to send every lost fool with a problem to me. I've work to do.
Damn
bureaucracy.
You have a concern?
What can I do for you?
Catch 22.
Sorry, gotta get through.
Hold there. What is this? Back off the queue, sir.
Welcome to Chanfanelli Bank, where we look after your coin as if it were our own, and the customer is always right. How might I help you?
This where I get permit A38?
Naturally. Just hand me your Form 202, please.
Form 202? Just what are you trying to pull?
Sir, I'm not pulling anything. Just following procedure.
Igen, a valóságban is. Mindig ki tudnánk őket nyírni, ugye? Hogy mindig, ilyen papír kell nekem. Hát, ugye, mint a banános Joe-ba. Nekem azt mondták, hogy ennél a boltnál adnak ezért személyegyét. Szóval, mondja már, hogy mi van. Ugye? Emlékeztek. Pofádlapos.
You cut in front of me, sir.
did no such thing. Been standing here the whole time.
Is that so? You know you're the third today to try that ruse. I will not stand for this. Just you wait, I'll teach you some manners.
Go on, hit me.
Oh.
Oh, gentlemen, if you wish to raise a ruckus, do it outside.
Outside, now!
Come on, come closer.
It's the third time this week. I wager 10 on the one on the right.
Tudtam.
I shall teach you the meaning of decency. Poor simpleton, prepare to be humbled. I shall teach you the...
Ott maradsz.
Uncouth cuts in line, then resorts to fisticuffs. It seems poor simpletons, prepare to be humbled. You cut the line, sir.
Megint beszólsz, te mit csinálok?
Tasteless is an understatement.
Nazeri? I'd never wear anything like that.
Come on. Where the hell'd she go? Hair pomade. Need to follow the scent. Could be the lead I need.
Truly wonder who she had to lend that much coin.
Yes? Can I help you?
So you see, she claims puffed sleeves will be in fashion next season.
Excuse me. Got something I gotta take care of at window
You
one.
cannot
be serious.
I too find it hard to believe. For
Excuse me.
Ez is még mindig a
do you
valóság?
not see what it says there? We're on our break.
Celine, darling, sign this for me, will you?
Oh, there you are. Listen, there's
We
something
are on break.
Ah, you try to be polite, it just never gets through.
Gerard, inkább ez kéne, hogy...
Need to wait till they're done with their break.
Ezt...
I was at home the other day. Just sitting.
Te miért vagy itt? Már csak fel akarom gyújtani a
You
bankot.
must wait. They have the break now. So, what do you hope to get here, my friend?
Permit A38. Though, guess I need Form 202 as well now.
Form 202. Easy peasy. Certificate P. Now, that is a challenge. But, as we are both forced to wait, fancy a round of
Tudtam.
See, you know this place pretty well. Must have taken care of a good amount of business.
Oh, naturally, my friend. Naturally. Indeed, I've managed to work the system a time or two. You see, such things require finesse, subtlety. Otherwise, you're stuck. I have seen them try everything. Magic, hypnosis, bribery. Nothing works.
Might as well go if nothing works. There's nothing I can do.
Be kind. Be pleasant. This and only this. The woman here, she sits at her window 12 hours each day without hearing so much as a good day from anyone.
Most kezdjük azzal, hogy igazság szerint én mindig azzal kezdem mindenütt, úgyhogy Elég cserélt, elrontottad az egészet.
Muster up some flowers, some perfume. Well, you will resolve your matter lickety-split.
Right. Certainly worth a shot.
Várj már, mind a kettő van nálam. A festményből, nem?
Good luck.
Mindjárt megnézem. Úgy emlékszem, még megvan. Das bajt. Megnézem, csak azt hiszem, hogy van mind a kettő virág. Vannak virágok. Meg valami parfümöt is felvettem. Az, bocs, ez parfüm. Ja.
Welcome to Chanfanelli Bank, where we look after your coin as if it were our own, etc., etc. How can I help you, sir?
Need Form 202 to get a copy of Permit A38. Do you know that? Couldn't have told me? Wasted a lot of time because of you.
Please, sir. There's no need to lose your temper. I thought it obvious and thus needed no stating. The form will soon be ready. Name and surname?
Geralt of Rivia.
Let me find it. Gedon, Gemel. Here it is. Geralt of Rivia. Sorry, sir, I cannot issue Form 202.
Oh, damn.
Excuse me?
The applicant in question has been declared dead, officially. Now, do tell me, sir, how am I to enter that into the ledger?
Like musky aromas, right?
And how would you know that, sir?
Smelled it. When you walked by. That scent you wear? Lovely. So I thought to myself, bet she'll like this too.
Oh, but I shouldn't, really.
Please, accept it as a token of my thanks for your help with my file.
Oh. You, sir, are quite the charmer. Ah, please, wait a moment. I shall fetch Master Cinfanelli. Perhaps he'll arrange something that excludes the paperwork.
Nem valóságban jött, én biztosan nem csinálok. Nyista.
You tell him, don't disturb, but no, always some bugger who can't stand to wait. Plough me, who's this? Hearty greetings, Master Geralt. You haven't paid us a visit in eons.
Been a bit busy, but I'm back now and I need your help with something.
Of course. Now do tell, how can I help you?
Got a problem with my account. Wanted to withdraw some coins, see, but...
No problem there, we'll get you paid up in a jiffy. Just gonna need to settle yon tiny wee trifle.
Heard that already. Permit A38, among others.
Oh, my hands are tied without them, Geralt. But I see you're a quick learner in the ways of banking. You'll get them in a heartbeat.
Cinfanelli, no more excuses. Pay out my coin, now.
Come on, Master Witcher, for why the ire? There's no need. We'll have it all for you. You just need to see the necessary documents.
Got a document right here means a hell of a lot more than any of your forms or permits. Have a look.
Her Enlightened Highness, she's hired you.
Mm-hmm. And as her personal emissary, I demand access to my account, right now.
Aye, Master Witcher. This way. So how's the trade these days, Master Witcher?
Can't complain.
Good for you, because in our neck of the woods things are dark, dark shite. Wine sales are stuck in the muck and sinking deeper. It's the fucking wretched names, I tell you. folk out with the duchy haven't any notion how to say cote de blessure and all that. It twists their tongues in bloody knots. Makes them ashamed to ask for it. Done. Deposit box 256. Last in on the right.
What the hell's this, Cianfanelli? Box is empty.
Well, coins got to circulate. So when we learned you were dead, Master, we, circulated yours. Purchased stocks, bonds, invested in a few vineyards. Before we knew it, there was hee-haw left in the box.
Really ought to call it what it is. You robbed me, plain and simple.
Nay, Master Witcher, never! I wouldn't dare!
Oh, you'd dare. And now you'll answer for it. Open the gate.
Master Witcher, I'll pay it all back, every red copper. I swear it on my nana's beard.
Got a week, not 1 day more.
You shan't regret this, I swear. I'll rustle it up, have it ready for you in 7 days.
És a kamat.
See you then.
Atya úristen! Mennyi úristen! Mennyi küldit felvettem. Borháború. Akkor arccal a rendhagyó felé kezdem el. Aha, az. Először megnézzük az új otthonomat. Szőlős birtok. Megijedtem a macskától. Így tölték meg őket, nem?
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fawlty, by order of the Duchess I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corfu Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly,
Az a baj, hogy mivel Geralt szeret inni, hát nem lesz mit eladni.
Drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
The Dutch is small, but do you know any who's not heard of our wines?
Quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Egyik rokonomnak vannak csirkéi, meg kakasai, meg tyúkjai, úgyhogy nem nagyon zavar. Annyi ugye, hogy az átkozott korai kukorékolástól meg lehetne őket folytani. Túl hamar kukorékolnak.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it.
Jól van, öreg anyám. Hát az ott meg mit csinál? Porol? Ja, porolja a szőnyeget.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius spoon for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Bolius's wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetables. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Barnabás, most jut eszembe.
Me oh my! A rich fella!
You've spread some nastiness to me.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Gondolom sok pénzt kell majd szereznem arra, hogy felújítsam ezt a szép kis tanyát.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron
Várjunk!
used it to
Lehet, hogy akkor most onnan elvették azt az izét, és bemeltek oda. Ez az.
mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
As they take to dance and drink.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service.
Gyűjteni fogunk egy kis pénzfelek, hogyha a banktól megkapjuk a moneyt.
If I decide to do any remodeling. Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Ez hol? Hát, ez az. Kaszpajti. Ne aggódj, mindent újjá fogok építeni, és áú. Wow! Még ilyen is van. Ezt szintet izéből szedték. Egyné. Ez szintet... Mi az? Skyrim. Csak festmény. Ja, tényleg van 2 festményem. Nem, mert ugye még 3. Nem raktam le, ugye? De leraktam, akkor az itt lesz a ládikámba. Nem adtam el, mert nem. Nem tudom, ez az elkozott láda. Pont abban a szobában. Mindjárt eljöttem. Na. Ó! Ja, hát meg Keszegnél van. Vagy nincs. Nézzük, oda mehet egy festmény. Ez az én hálószobám, ami nem mindegy kéne rakni. Hol lehet még festményt tenni? Ez itt az étkező. De nem lehet.
If they would just take to work as they take to dance and drink.
Cheap shenanigans. I can't see a thing through these cataracts.
Wine is better than stew. For stew you have to chew.
Most a szint lépés mutatja?
The exhibition of the Reginald Dogry Monument will remain closed until further notice.
Closed? Why, we wrote an entire day to see it. You're a cheat, sir.
And we paid good coin for the ticket.
Please disperse! The exhibition is closed!
What's this about?
Oh, Lepiota, give me strength. I can't bear this, please! I believe I've been clear. No presentation today. Oh, wait! Are you not that famous witcher, Geralt of Rivia? I believe I have work for you.
Saw your notice. Mentioned a monument.
The matter is a delicate one, but mind you, I pay well. Alas, I can say no more at this stage. Interested?
The statue. Just tell me, what's the problem?
A picture's worth 1,000 words. More, I dare say. Come with me. I'll show you. Here it is! Our pride and joy, Reginald Dalbury. A giant among lovers. A poking, puncturing swordsman, and atop all that, an unrifled tittler of harps and other organs.
Mm-hmm. So what's wrong with it?
How should I put this? It's lost its jewels.
Somebody stole the testicles off a statue.
No ordinary statue, mind you. The sole monument made using a cast of the great Reginald's own genitals. Certified and authenticated.
Szerintem jobban néz ki így, hogy
Sprung
nincs ott.
directly from his loins, they grant all who stroke them unparalleled virility. All who buy a ticket, that is. Thus, you must retrieve those stones.
Got my attention. Now tell me about this Reginald, all you know.
There's so much to tell. Legend has it he and the architect Pharamond planned and laid out Beauclair.
Impressed already.
In particular, Reginald took great pains to devise escape routes for lovers caught with their pants down. Literally and metaphorically. He later made frequent use of them himself. Not out of fear, mind you, but to avoid having to kill his rivals in duels.
Any idea when the theft took place?
It must have been mere hours ago. I guided the last group through the exposition quite recently. Stones were very much in place.
Got any suspects?
Considering the vast potency of Reginald's prized pouch, everyone's a suspect. Who would not want it for himself?
Need to look around. Might find a clue or two.
Do what you must, as long as you return grasping Reginald's stones. Without them, Beauclair's entire tourist sector faces trying times. Trying times. Don't worry, Reginald, don't worry. You shall be whole again soon.
Saw marks are straight and clean. Precision castration, I'd call this. Piece of coat fabric caught on the nail. Heavy on cologne. Smell it'll lead me to the thief.
Don't worry, Red.
Problems? Hire a witcher. It's a good thing you've come.
We shall long bear the scars of that witch's
Kicsit nehéz azért követni, hogy a kő is eléggé sötét.
Can I shoot your crossbow?
leads to this door.
Muszáj neked megzavarni? Oké, muszáj.
Oop. Sorry to interrupt, I guess.
This is not what it seems. Word of honor. I tripped, rolled, tumbled, and landed where she already lay.
Psst! Hughes! That's not him!
I swear, this is all an unfortunate coincidence. A series thereof. What?
That's not my husband!
You mean, not your husband? Who are you? And why are you in my home? Out! Now! Or I'll summon the guards!
Először kérem a tükrét.
Watch your tone, Gramps. Just here to talk.
I believe we have nothing to talk about.
Oh, we do. Just to kick things off, you're in great form for a man your age.
I eat well, start the day with a glass of wine. That preserves a body wonderfully.
Interesting. Might try it. Say, ever heard of Reginald Dobry, his statue?
Everyone in the city's heard of it. Reginald's a paragon, a national hero.
That's so. You seem well informed, Hughes. Maybe you know who stole Reginald's testicles.
I can explain everything. This...
Rosalinda! I know you're in there! You and that fancy pants of yours!
Oh no, not him too. This really is not my day.
Got you, you rogue! Prepare for a shellacking, scallop! What the laugh's this? Rosalinda! One, I could forgive you, but two at one time!
Wait, got nothing to do with this.
Take me for a fool? I'll teach you to fish in another man's pond!
Got no time for this. Go home.
Yes. That'll be best. I'm done here.
I don't know you, but that would have gone horribly for me had you not intervened. I thank you for saving my skin.
Mm-hmm. So, time to talk.
Rosalinda, my dove, please allow us a moment. All right. I admit I stole the stones. And you will never believe it, but they work. Today, Rosalinda and I, well, 3 times.
So,
3 times? Impressive.
Isn't it? At my age. That's more than the entire last decade.
All the same, you stole those stones and you gotta return them.
Listen, perhaps we might strike a deal. Hmm? Let me keep the stones. I'll pay you. Grant me this, I beg you. They've made me young again.
Guess I could say I never found Reginald's stones. But you'd have to be careful. Make sure no one figured out you had them.
I shall be the epitome of discretion on my honor. So, we've a deal?
Fine. Keep them.
You're priceless. Here, take this. I haven't any more at this moment, but do come back in a week's time. I'll have scraped together twice this amount.
Sounds good. See you in a week.
Hát adnak az ágynak, az biztos.
All is in order.
Én meg is éltem az öreget. Azért mentem bele. Most nem jönnek el a találgatások, úgyhogy ne kezdjetek bele.
Sir, come to me, please. Approach. My eyes were not deceived, yet so far south. You, sir, of all folk in all your fame.
Mm-hmm. Me, south in all my fame.
Ah, I've heard so much. Why, when Master Dandelion tarried in Beauclair, not a day passed without him baying out a ballad in admiration of your teeth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kellett nekem kiszabadítanom.
But what can I do for you?
Ah, you see, my betrothed, Francois Le Goff, vowed in my honor to bring me the head of the horrid beast they call Gratore.
Couldn't have gotten you a bouquet, some sweets in a bag?
Witcher, sir, you jest. A love most true demands proof through heroic deeds.
Ja, csak hogyha valaki meghal, az aztán már mindegy, akkor kereshetsz magadnak új partnert, banyag. De sose értik meg.
Could you? Would you?
This Gratore. Know anything else about it, mademoiselle? Judging by the name, guessing it lives in a cave.
Yes, from which it prowls when hungry. By night, when all are asleep, it creeps into villages. Then, of a sudden, breaks open shutters, reaches inside and snatches babes from their cradles so quickly they've not the time to yelp.
Nocturnal, long prehensile arms, intelligent.
Francois claimed he would cut the filth down in a snap, but he's been gone so long. Will you help, sir? I cannot sleep. I fear this worrying will be the death of me.
Do my damnedest to get your fiancé back safe and sound. Just, mind telling me where to look for him?
I forget you come from afar and do not know our land. They say Gratore has its lair in the caves at the foot of the Gorgon Hills.
Gorgon.
That close to the city?
Megismerős a Gorgon név. Honnan?
Quite the contrary. Plenty have, but none's returned. My concern is well founded.
I see. All right. High time I set off.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flogged its writ and rot in chains.
Vörös lámpás negyed. Aha, biztos. Mit mondott?
Keep calm. Start no brawls.
Oké, visszatértünk ide.
The butcher of Grafika called to be the same. I'm watching your flinty eyes.
What brings peace to our domains? Flout its writ and rot in chains.
Ne vödörből beszélj. Ez is vödörből mehet, nem hiszem el. Tudtam volna gyors utazni. Hamarabb itt lettem volna. Hey.
You scared me half to death, Drifter. What do they call you? What's your crest? Speak.
Name's Geralt. No crest, no motto, no plumed helmet even. I'm a witcher. Francois Le Goff, I presume. Your betrothed sent me. See, you've been gone a while, so you've got her worried.
Well, indeed, for Grotore is a most fearsome beast. I must prepare properly for battle.
By napping outside the cave for a fortnight?
I have tarried a bit, true, but the delay is done. My word I gave, thus the beast shall die.
Wouldn't happen to need any help, would you?
I don't know. After all, I did swear a solemn oath to...
Deposit the beast's head at your beloved's feet. No mention of you killing it all by yourself, though.
All in all, I suppose you're right. We must fight side by side, then. For honor.
I should be the one to lop off its head.
Ez is vödör. Átkozott birodalmja. Mind vödörfejű.
Strange. No sign of Grotore.
Perhaps we should turn...
Impressive. You'd think you were in a winter garden.
Szép virágok. Mi a frász ez a hang?
wounds. Small skull. Fontanelle's not completely closed. An infant. About a year, maybe. Various sundries, some tools. Grettori must have taken them from its victims. Cradle filled with children's shoes. Had I ever seen a collection this grotesque?
Remélem még lesznek szokokoszok. Újabb pókok. Fúj! Szerdlából. A pokol kutyája. Egy ilyen magas szintű vámpír. Haver. Ez valami növénynek tűnik, vagy minek. Jó ellen a tűz. A reliktum olaj, meg a demír. Remélték anyám kísértett. Ez kell. És mi ez? Reliktum olaj. Hoppá, nincs hozzá izén? Fagyöngy. Hol vannak? Ó! Volt itt egy kis finomított rész. Mindet. Na, azt meggyújtottam magamat. Na nem már! Átkozott növények már megint. Bunga bunga.
By my troth, the damned brute was.
Ez még könnyű volt, pajtás.
I'm grateful, Witcher. You aided me greatly.
High time you returned to Beauclair, brave knight.
Nay, nay. The head of this beast is a trifle, wholly inadequate to express the love I harbor for my betrothed. The world awaits. To honor her, I shall cut down another, more terrible beast.
Take my advice. Grab the damned head and cut the shit.
I beg your pardon. That I wish to make my beloved's name known the world over to bring her glory?
Shut up and listen. Crests, scrap metal armor, swooning damsels. All that's nothing to do with hunting monsters. Witches' work. Damn hard, dangerous, and thankless work that you're just not cut out for. Find some other way to prove your valor. Only thing you've proven so far is that you're a fool.
You do not mince words, Master. In Tucson, one might demand satisfaction upon trampled ground for a lesser slight. Yet, there is truth in what you say, I cannot deny. I survived with my life by a hair. It is time I returned home.
Összes legény. Nem volt már egy kis kardusz. Oh, 45-ös. Ezüstkard. Oh, király. Felelőtte Langus. Innen jött, ugye? Van itt van bent valami értékes van. Egy kis... Mi? Más nincs. Na, mindegy, ez is jó. Dun 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 dun. Milyen jól nézel ki.
Faster. Go, go. Run, Roach.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oof, dreadful.
Kígyót bővelnek, vagy meg? Oh. Jól van.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oof, dreadful.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and brought in chains.
This is Beauclair, not some flea-witten prophet.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oof, dreadful.
Adjatok neki.
Got good news, madam.
As do I. Francois has returned. We marry in a week's time. Prenuptial teachings at the temple tomorrow. Dress fitting the next morn. Then a tour of the wedding venue. I have never been so happy.
Congratulations, I guess. Wish you happiness, both of you.
And good fortune to you on your path. Your reward, master. And Godspeed.
Nos emberek, a mai rész eddig tartott volna. Innen fogom folytatni. Bár annyit már elárulok, hogy csinálni fogom a mellékküldetéseket, meg azt a Witcher küldetést, ami még hátra van. És megpróbálom kipofozni azt a házikót. Addig is. Sziasztok! És kellemes hétvégét kívánok mindenkinek. Hello, hello!